3. Vocabulary, page 11. Before we start this vocabulary exercise, if you didn't watch the previous two videos, 1 warm up and 2 read, please watch them, because many of the words we're having here are from those videos, okay? Read the sentences. Which of the phrases in bold? Bold means thick color, deep black. Is a big fan of is in bold. So which of the phrases in bold mean like and which dislike? Some of these phrases means you like or you love this. For example, Muna is a big fan of pottery. Does that mean she likes pottery or she doesn't like it? Does she love it or does she hate it? Some of these phrases means like, some mean don't like. And then use these phrases to make your own sentences. Let's begin with the first one. Muna is a big fan of pottery. She's got a big collection at home. In most of these sentences, you have two. This is sentence number 1, the main sentence, and this is another one which can give you a hint. In case you're not sure what this means, read the sentence, understand what this means. She's got a big collection. Big collection means a large group at home. She has got many at home. When you have many or too much of something, does that mean you like it or you don't like it? Of course you like it. This is the meaning of is a big fan of. When you are a big fan of something, that means you love it a lot. That means you like it. Now let's create a sentence of our own. Many Saudi young men love to watch soccer and they support Barcelona Football Club. So I'm a big fan of Barcelona Football Club. Okay, big fan of. I'm a big fan of Barcelona Football Club. Personally, I don't watch soccer and I don't support this team. I made this example for those who support this team, but not me. 2. Oliver can't stand listening to the news. It gives him headache. This can give you the meaning. It gives him headache. You know headache? Pain in the head. Does that mean he likes listening to the news? When you can't stand something, you don't like doing it. So this means dislike. Let's create a sentence of our own. I can't stand watching Barcelona, my favorite team, losing a match. I always love to see them winning matches, not losing matches. 3. Aisha is interested in sewing. She wants to learn how to make her own clothes. She wants to learn this. She wants to learn. That means she likes it. Like. Let's make our sentence. How about I'm interested in watching soccer matches or football matches. 4. Mary is fond of chocolate. She sometimes eats a bit too much. She eats a lot. Too much. She eats. She keeps eating. So she likes. She likes this. 4. Let's say, look, don't wait for me to come up with sentences. Just try to think of yours, okay? Just try to think. Make your mind work. What do you think should we use for number 4? Where there are thousands of sentences that we can use fond of in. I will say Robert is fond of eating fast food. I always tell him to eat homemade food. Fast food is not good for your health. Homemade food is the food you make at home. This is what's good for you. 5. Yusuf finds magazines boring. He rarely reads them. Rarely is the opposite of usually. So he doesn't do this very often. He rarely reads them. It means he almost never reads them. When you find something boring, that means you don't like it. You can also find something interesting, you find something nice, you find something lovely. Okay? That means when you find something boring, you don't like it, of course. Okay, let's make our sentence here. Let's say, my sister finds cooking boring. I can say, I find cooking interesting. So when you use find, if you use boring, boring means it's dull, it's not nice. It means you don't like this. But if you use interesting here, for example, I find cooking interesting, that means I like it. 6. My sister and I are really into reading. We've got hundreds of books. These two nerds have got hundreds of books, a lot of books. So they must love reading. Into means love. That means like. When you are into something, for example, if I tell you that I am into you, I am into you, what does that mean? That means I love you. When I say I am into teaching English, that means I love teaching English. Okay, I have just made 2 sentences. I will make a third one. I'm into traveling. Every summer vacation, I visit a new country. That means I'm into traveling. I love traveling. Every summer vacation, I visit a new country. Before we finish, I want you to notice something. After all these phrases, if you notice, if we put a verb like watch, like when you watch TV, if you use a verb, then you have to add an ing to the verb, like watching, eating, traveling. If you use a noun, you know what a noun is? Noun is like table, pen, TV. These are nouns. When you use a noun, you don't put an ing, of course. You don't say, I am a big fan of Barcelonaing. Oh, that's incorrect. That sounds funny. You say, I'm a big fan of Barcelona. But if you use a verb like see, eat, sleep, pray, you have to add an ing. I can't stand swimming. I can't stand listening, reading, watching, eating. Okay, is this clear? And one more thing, if you notice, I have added is here and is here. Is the verb finds? Is this how the verb should be? The verb is find, but we have added the s because this is present simple. We learned what the present simple is. Present simple is used when something happens in general. Like my sister generally finds cooking boring. She doesn't like cooking, okay? Present simple. If you remember, this is a verb. If the subject was he, she, or it, in this case I have my sister, she, you have to add the s to the verb, okay? This is important. Please, if you liked this video, share it with friends. Thank you for watching and goodbye.